episode 27 of Eye on Dependency, where every life is a biography.
The Counter Trafficking Unit recently held its first spoken word competition for secondary schools at SAPA, and it was a resounding success. Did the contestants bring their A game? Who took home the top prizes?
Show me an extra of what you have going on, right? On the screen from the players.
Well, maybe I'll have the bed running.
Oh, this is y'all. That's why y'all get to know like that.
This Sunday on Eye on Dependency, Bob and Natasha welcome back the winners and share all the performances in a competition that showcased the voices against human trafficking. Listen live from 10 a.m. or watch live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. The Counter Trafficking Unit, Ministry of National Security, brings you Eye on Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
Yeah, I was downstairs.
Your bag right there. Somebody else.
Throw that outside.
Throw it outside.
Where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusive.
So Tom, that is the bed for them, right?
Yeah, that's bad. Go in with it.
Yes.
Short man.
Short man.
Dependency Facebook page.
You use it, start with think tank and introduce it and then you start, right?
No problem.
And we use it as the bed.
Yeah.
What's it?
Let me have your back in on your
Alright, sorry for damaging you.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
All right. Right. So there's the first morning I worked in the shift, right?
Yes.
So we just go with the flow. So what I'm doing, I just open up the mics for you know? All right. Okay, this is mine. All right, just now wait on it. Let's see what Tom have.
You want to use that?
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to our Dependency. We have a nice morning here for you. Celebration time. Those of you last week were so impressed with these youngsters, and we just could not let this pass without bringing back the winners. So this morning we have in studio with us. I'm not going to tell you what they place yet. Hold on, because what we intend to do is run through all of the finalists for you to see what their performances were like, because remember this was closed to the public, so you're going to have an opportunity to see for yourself what these youngsters brought to the stage. Before we do that though, I want to begin with this. We have a pan player in studio here, and also we want to congratulate and say thank you very much for what happened in our parliament last week by finally giving the national the steel pan the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. So going forward, we expect to see a lot of great things like the pan on our currency, and hopefully that every team that leaves Trinidad and Tobago will be accompanied by the anthem played by the steel orchestra. Nothing less is expected of this. Please, 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 I am tired of hearing the royal version of our anthem. It's time to bring it home, record it, re-record it if you have to, with the National Steel Orchestra, and make that our staple wherever we go. Let them, every team that leaves here with it. But, so to pay tribute to that, I want to introduce you all to a track that most of you all would not remember. This was done by Blackie. It's called Ting Tang. Now, Blackie has the record of the only Calypsonian to beat Lord Kitchener in the Calypso Steel Band Road March. Yes, there was one in 1999. And Blackie beat all comers. As a matter of fact, about 21 bands played this. So we're going to start today with this. And we're going to use it as a bed for the entire program. So, Tamika, stand by to pick up some volume on this short man. Are you ready?
in this island. Yes, the pan as we know is the world's admonition. That is why I sing tribute to Spree Simon for inventing such things that make the whole world jam down. There is not a possible song that my band cannot play along. Yes, the voice of the oil steel drums, so powerful and very strong. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Yeah, band playing ring tang, band playing rang tang, fat so latido, band playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Up in the savannah, for panorama, Juve morning, band play sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Similar, like the cello, the second, the bass, and my tenor. That is why you should yield to our culture and do everything you could to make it better. From the day of this invention, you should be proud as Trinbagonians. Why the hell you don't understand? You're supposed to pay more respect to pan. Teach the younger generation how to hold the stick in the hand and play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti on the pan. Whoa. Pan playing ring tang, pan playing rang tang, fa sol la ti do. Pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Up in the savannah, for panorama, Juve morning, pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Century. So let's come together and create a sweet harmony. Teach all of the youths to play the pan well, and make sure that they all bound by this spell. There is one thing that they must know, they will reap whatever they sow. Teach the youths them of tomorrow how to make the pan music flow. And in time to come they will see how versatile the youngsters will be. Then the steel band music will spread universally. Pan playing ring tang, pan playing rang tang, fa sol la ti do. Pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Up in the savannah, for panorama, Juve morning, pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Pan playing rang tang, fa sol la ti do. Pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anyway you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Pan playing rang tang, pan playing ring tang, pan playing rang tang. Pan playing ring tang, pan playing rang tang, pan playing ring tang, pan playing rang tang.
Winner of the Calypso Steel Band Road March is titled Ting Tang, and I'm sure this is less than Paul I'm hearing there. This happened in 1999. This was an event put on my Phantom Diego, so we're going to be using that today as the bed, and we congratulate Blackie on another wonderful piece. So, folks, we, like I said, we have our. Did I say morning to you, Natasha? Oh my God, sorry. Morning.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and thank you for joining us on I-95.5 and on our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. As per usual, we have a packed studio and a very important show for you this Sunday morning, this great Sunday morning. We are going to share with you some of the, well, all of the performances from the grand final of the CTU Spoken Word competition. And we have the top three, two in studio and one online. I see Sahai is online with us. She's not looking at the camera right now, but she's here. Hi, Sahai. Let's just say something so we could make sure we're hearing you. Sahai. Is she hearing us? Sahai.
Good morning.
Her mic is muted.
Your mic is muted.
Hello.
Sorry.
Good morning.
All right, we hope Short Michael sorted that audio.
She just said hello, right?
She said?
Yes.
Okay, we didn't hear her. I didn't hear her.
All right. So she put herself back on.
All right. So let's go to a quick break, and when we return, and also before we go, you're going to see what we did, some of what we did in Jamaica. We have some pops for you, what the film Traffic did in Jamaica when we went there last week with the director of the Counter Trafficking Unit. So it all ties in to what we're doing here today. And while they were preparing here, we were in Jamaica, really, blowing the minds of the audience that saw Traffic once again. So this film is still giving, and we thank God for that. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to return. When we return, we're going to hear from these stars that graced the stage at SAPA last Tuesday, and they did well. They brought their A game, and that was important. Congratulate the Counter Trafficking Unit for this inaugural event, and we look forward to it continuing next year, please God.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's go to a break. We'll be back.
Some of us like to play games of chance, but remember, gaming should be fun, so don't get carried away. Play for a prize, but don't pay the price. Play for fun, but never for keeps. Play smart, but never play all. Winning isn't everything. If you or someone you know needs help, call our gambling addiction hotlines. Rebirth House 623-0952 or After Hours 466-3146 or Serenity Place Empowerment Center for Women 794-7980. An initiative of NLCB and Eye on Dependency.
Slavery, a terrible time in our history. The kidnapping, buying and selling of people for profit, the exploitation of another human being. It still exists today. It has a new name: human trafficking. Anyone can be a victim. There is forced labor, sexual exploitation, and domestic servitude. Human trafficking is a worldwide problem and an emerging concern for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. If you know of or suspect human trafficking activity, call the Counter Trafficking Hotline at 800-4CTU or 800-4288. Human trafficking is a crime. Identify it, report it, stop it. A message from the Counter Trafficking Unit of the Ministry of National Security.
Eye on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on I-95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
nation. That is why I sing tribute to Spree Simon for inventing such things that make the whole world jam down. There is not a possible song that my band cannot play along. Yes, the voice of the oil steel drums, so powerful and very strong. Anywhere you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Yeah, band playing a ring-tang.
Right, that was the bed of the man Blackie.
Yeah, it's
Band
not
playing
God.
ring.
There's some people thinking it's you singing, eh?
No, that's
That's
Blackie.
Blackie.
That's Blackie. That's Blackie.
Yes.
Yes, that is.
Since
That
from
is
1999, before these young ladies were born, of course. but,
yes, if the man who sang "If a Hook Say What," that's the man. He did that.
Yes.
The 21 steel orchestras played that, and that was wonderful.
Yep.
So let's get into it, folks. We're gonna say morning to our guests now. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Thank you all very much once again, and congratulations on your placings at the at the spoken word competition. Hard name.
Sahai.
Sahai. Sahai, morning.
Good morning.
Club Country.
Morning.
Morning there, morning. And thank you very much for joining us. So we're going to keep people guessing for a while, and we're going to start with Elana James. Natasha?
Before we do that, Shortman just put up image B so that we could see, this is a photo of all of the finalists on stage.
Right.
Receiving see them there with their medals and
Yes, so
prizes.
these are the 9 finalists who graciously said.
Congratulations to everyone who participated. I mean, all of the performances were awesome. I'm sorry I couldn't be there live in person to see it, but they were all really, really insightful, interesting. I mean, you got a different perspective from everyone, and, well done. Well done to you.
Yes.
And to your parents and teachers.
Yeah,
and
well done.
everybody who supported you.
Excellent. And of course, I was called to do duty with my little Samsung phone here.
Yes.
So
the video you will see is taken by his Samsung.
Yeah, because it's so unfortunate that no media showed up as usual.
Yeah,
No the AV unit. I don't know what happened.
Yes.
The government information division. I don't know what happened. I just saw somebody doing audio. So we realized, I said, but wait, this is going to happen and it's not going to end up on video.
Yeah.
So we took my phone and this is what happened.
Yes.
I had to position myself so that at least, not block anybody. But it was a well done competition. And let's start with.
So yes, we're going to start with the places 4 to 9. So we're going to play them in order of their appearance. So we're going to start with Elana James from Waterloo Secondary.
Right, folks. So those of you who joined us last Sunday and you wanted to find out what happened, this is what happened. Let's go to Elana.
She's been touched, but never been touched. She's been felt up, but never felt up. And he was the man that swore to protect her, never to lay a hand on her when he first met her, isolated and alone, looking for love in all the wrong places, somehow taking the wrong pathway, ending up on the wrong road. She didn't get the attention she needed from home. All she ever wanted was a place to call home. Who knew that the man she loved so would be the one to hurt her the most? Maybe that's the reason why he even wanted her at first. She'd be less work. She'd been tossed around in her home, growing up to believe that all she'd ever amount to being was some no good being. And this got to her. It got so bad. She wouldn't call it depression because to her it was much more than that. She'd been stripped of her innocence, and this was all she had. Being priced and labeled is her worth really measured just by how much she's able. Becoming owned and disowned, never truly anyone's own. These monsters, turning the vulnerable into victims, denying them of their freedom. She is more than a prize to be won if you pay the right price just to get what you want. It is not normal for men to be merchants who put price tags on princesses to be purchased. Can't our kids just be kids without having to worry about the next person waiting to hit? And if you still don't feel sympathetic, ask yourself, what if it was my kid? It starts with you. You never know what your child may be getting into. Protect them at all costs and love them right. Too many little girls are getting caught up in that out there life. Teach them that this is really not what they think it to be like. Remind them to enjoy their youth before it's all gone. Because you, as an adult for one, knows how difficult this life could be. So talk to them. Give it to them real. But still, let them kids be kids. Please.
So that was Elana James. Yes, you could clap if you want.
And she represented Waterloo Secondary School.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Very emotional. You could hear the emotion in her voice during
Yes.
that piece.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we are actually showing, if you can join us on Facebook and YouTube for this moment here, we appreciate it so much because these youngsters have given their all to these pieces. Just so for information, they were asked to, it was Voices Against Human Trafficking. So they had to do a piece on, after doing their research on human trafficking. And this is what they brought to the table. So if you're from Northgate, we have Tamika just told us she attended Northgate College, so of course she's going to be supported. This one for sure, if not anybody else. And then following we have Anya Maharaj from St. Joseph's Convent, Anthon Jacobs, Mobile Lavantil, Celicia Niblet, Waterloo Secondary, and Gabriella Bartholomew Cohen Hamilton, and we'll go down like that. So coming up next, Natasha?
Coming up next, the Northgate College representative, Gabriella Jameson.
Yes, unfortunately she had a little, she was a little thrown off of her game a bit, but she did her best. Let's see what she did.
I was just playing outside, but clearly I went out at a bad time. I was just trying to live my 12-year-old life when in a blink of an eye, I was forced to say goodbye. Say goodbye to everything, every piece of happiness in my life, because surely you people were going to live tonight. Yes, you sick, tormented people took me from my home. You took me from my safe zone. You made me slave in the blazing sun and took away my wonderful childhood fun. You took me from my family and left a tragedy, and all I could think about is why me? Why did you take me? Why am I not free? Why do you hate me? I was just playing when you people came, but I had to stop praying that you would leave me be, praying that this was just a dream. But you see, that kind of stupidity, me having faith in humanity, no, that was something stupid for me to believe. Before I knew it, I was all over the news. My mother screaming, "Child, where are you?" Heck, even I didn't know where you took me. You kept me somewhere in the dark and barely let me live. Live a life with freedom, live a life with friends, live a life where I just didn't want it to end. I had to live a life where I was trapped and starved and also harmed. You beat me if I sat down for a break. You beat me if I made one little mistake. How I wish I could go back home and celebrate my return home, that safe little zone, that area where I wasn't unknown. Mexico. You made the mistake and let me see the light of day. And I heard the Spanish, El Español stuck in my head. I don't think this is something I will forget every night before I go to bed. You took me from everything. And now I'm in this godforsaken place. This place where I have no space to breathe, no space to think, barely any time to eat, barely any time to drink. Quiero comer, quiero beber. I want to eat, I want to drink. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4. Wait. 4? I've been gone for 4 years? You've transferred me from person to person, continent to continent for 4 years? My mother has been shedding all these tears for 4 years? Why do you people do this? You take away children's joy and their laughter. You take away their chance of a happily ever after. And all for what? A little extra cash for causing so much pain? No. Stop. Help do your part and stop human trafficking today.
So that was Gabriella Jameson from Northgate College again, putting herself in the position of someone who's trafficked again. And that piece with the Spanish, that I'm sure everybody's ears picked up, because we can relate here in Trinidad and Tobago with the influx of Spanish-speaking migrants. So well done, Gabriella.
Yes, Olive. Well done, Gabriella. And I know this is the first time you all are seeing what happened on stage for some of you. And Sahai is still with us, right?
Yes, she clapping.
Country?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. So coming up next,
we have Anya Maharaj from St. Joseph Convent, San Fernando, with a really, really, really good performance.
Them convent people loud, boy. Oh, God.
They screaming. Yeah, you could hear it in the video.
And you could hear where she got that from, because she was screaming. I wouldn't give it away yet, but yes. So if you're just joining us, you're listening to Independency. If you want to know what's going on, we are recapping the performances of the 9 finalists at the Counter-Trafficking Unit Spoken Word competition held at SAPA last Tuesday, and it was well supported, and we thank the Ministry of Education, of course, the Ministry of National Security and Counter-Trafficking Union for making this happen. And so thank you for joining us on YouTube and Facebook. And coming up next, we have from the loudest school in South.
Woo, the best school.
and Natasha, you want to introduce?
Yes, of course, Anya Maharaj, who was in studio with us last week. You're going to see her performance.
Maharaj. Anya Maharaj. And I forgot to mention, Tamika Castillo will be our pilot going forward from today. And, she has her program on Tuesdays as well. Mondays and Tuesdays. You can hear her from 10 right after the morning show. So she's here with us this morning, and she's guiding the ship today. So let's go to Anya Maharaj from the loudest school in San Fernando, St. Joseph's Convent. Let's hear what she brought to the table.
When I was younger, I thought it wasn't real, that people being taken and sold only existed on a TV screen. Now that I'm older, I can't help but wonder, is this the reason our country is being pulled down under? You telling me everyday children disappearing one by one and nobody caring what it is I really see and hear. You know what it is the parents of these children have to bear? I will not be silent, I will not be ignored, nor will the cries of children once adored want to tell me it's one person, no big deal. Don't care that this thing real, don't care about how people feel. Don't want to keep your eyes peeled because it's not your business, and nobody asking where they went. All the days these poor people spent abused, tortured, sold like nothing, starved, fragile bodies barely functioning, living like animals locked in cages, human beings of all different ages, and nobody trying to put a stop to it. That the police job, they go do as they see fit. Keep that mentality, then bit by bit our country is going to fall deeper into this pit of crime. Too much people doing time, living their life, giving every dime, just so they can find that one person taken from them constantly on their mind. Every day I see nightmares come true, haunted by the cases that time can't undo. She was taken, sold, and exploited, but I'm not seeing any fingers being pointed. A girl who had hopes and dreams, locked away, screaming silent screams. He wanted to be just like his father, whose tears every night continue to gather. How many faces blend into the crowd? Screaming for help yet not making a sound. Chains so tight they bind his soul and mind, turning flesh into currency, leaving dignity behind. Blindfolded, eyes hidden from the truth. These are the cases we have to uproot. Stripped of their clothes and of their name, forced to play this messed up game, manipulating girls into running away, only to end up on the news the next day. Yet there's always an action you could take to burn these chains to make them break. So let my words be a beacon, a ladder, a rope, for hands to hold on to restore hope. It can happen to anyone, even you, your child, your mother, father, siblings too. There are lives out there still waiting to be found, bound by chains, sleeping on the ground. A battle innocent souls have to fight, holding the memories of loved ones tight. So let us pledge to never rest until the last chain falls, until the numbers on missing posters receive their last calls, until human trafficking is a thing of the past and all souls are retrieved at last.
That was really, really good. And y'all catch the makeup too. She has a black eye.
Yes, yes.
I love it. And it was a more angry presentation. You know, she's angry at what is happening, and that definitely came through.
It was an angry
well
presentation.
Well done, Anya.
Well done, Anya Maharaj from St. Joseph's Convent in San Fernando.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthon, you relax now.
Oh, sure.
So those of you who just joined us, you're listening to Dependency, and we're having fun this morning with the finalists of the CTU Spoken Word Voices Against Human Trafficking competition. And we will give you the names of the judges in a while. So we go to Anthon Jacobs from Mova Laventil Secondary School now.
Yes, the lone male participant in this competition.
Yes, the lone male participant.
And he had a unique presentation, which you will see shortly.
Yes. I think it was creative.
Some props.
He made use of the having a prop, and I wasn't expecting that. Trust me. And it looked really authentic.
Yes.
It looked good. You know? So Anthon Jacobs, well done, brother, you and the teachers and supporters and the influencer, your teacher who was, I can't remember the guy's name.
Stefan.
What's his name?
Stefan.
That's right. Stefan, and they all came out in their numbers to support Anthon. What did Anthon bring to the table? Let's go to it. Anthon Jacobs from Mova Laventil Secondary School.
Good. Leave no child behind in the fight against human trafficking. You people are sad, and I know life is hard, but it's making me mad because it's aggravating. While you lie and try to pretend that you care who lives and who dies, because every blue or pink heart is a prayer for someone who truly, truly cares about that girl or that boy who got picked apart for parts. That baby who was used and abused and never got a job start. Another promising child taken. Next Einstein, so smart. Used as a sex slave. Isn't this world pretty dark? 6, 7, 8, and 9 are not just gang signs, but signs to show that you're in your prime to make a man dime. Children not yet old enough to be on the clock, yet predators are always on the watch. Tick, tick, tick. Bam. Locked. Some waiting for it to slip, some waiting for it to slide, only for it to end up tied. How can we just sit back and relax and watch an injustice happen before our very eyes? We must demand justice. And when I mean justice, I mean JUSTICE justice. Not justice legally, justice for treat, but justice for my sisters and brothers who are on their knees. Yes, sexually, in slavery, but also spiritually, on their knees, begging to be free. So please, as I beg, please get off your high horses, you hypocrites in high office, because I know if your child went missing, you would overturn everything and shake up the place without even asking. As a youth of this country, I may not know all and sundry, But we must do something. So please, to those in authority, we cannot turn a blind eye and give a blind to the perpetrators that have our mothers and fathers crying blood every time they read the papers. We often speak about discipline, production, and tolerance. We should have no tolerance for miscreants. Let us try to produce a safe TNT for all young people where man and criminal have no equality. Let us rid TNT of this human trafficking ring. I know you can hear me clear. No misunderstanding. No more trend should ever go missing. Thank you.
Done. Anthon Jacobs from over Laventille Secondary. This is his presentation. The man bring out a container on the stage. Very well done.
Yeah,
well
the
done.
container on the stage, and as I said, they put a lot of work into that, you know, because it looked really authentic. It looked like a real container.
Yeah.
I must say. So well done to Anthon Jacobs and the team there from over Laventille Secondary School.
Yeah.
It was a nice presentation. I mean, despite your health challenge, you still decided to take the stage and do it. So if you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we are recapping those of you on via video. So if you can join us on Facebook or YouTube to see these children in action, because I've always said to people that, you know, when children fight, that goes viral. Always. We love to share that, you know. So they're doing positive stuff. We need to share that too. And we insist on doing that. This is why. So we're doing this morning. Leave no child behind. This was Voices Against Human Trafficking, spoken word competition put on by the Counter Trafficking Unit of Trinidad and Tobago. They continue to do the work. Prevention is up to you to listen. So who we have next, Natasha?
Up next, we have another student from Waterloo Secondary. Her name is Celicia Niblet. And she's going to share her performance now.
Let's have Celicia from Waterloo Secondary School. And those of you joining us on YouTube, thank you so much. And on Facebook as well. Remember, if you get in trouble there, you can always hop over to our YouTube page, EYEON Dependency.
And please like and share the lives.
While you're
like.
there. All right? Let's go to Celicia Niblet, Waterloo Secondary School.
In the shadows where silence speaks louder than screams, human trafficking a modern day plague, where innocent teen souls were sold and bought a crude, relentless trade. It's a story of broken promises and shattered trust, where the vulnerable fall prey to greed and lust. From city streets to distant shores, the chains of exploitation tighten, closing doors. Their sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, taken captive, sold like goods in packages. Their innocence stolen, body used, souls abused, dignity shattered, sanity forsaken. But oh, listen closely, beyond the cries of tragedy, you will hear their resistance, their will to rise and take a stand, for in the heart of the survivors, a flame burns bright, a testament of power to the fighting night. For human trafficking must end here. No more exploitation, no more living in fear. We raise our voices to the heavens and we take a stand. We lend our strength to those in need and hold their hand. For every victim, a story untold, a life worth saving, a hand to hold. Together we rise, together we fight for freedom, for justice, and for human rights that were brutally taken from some. Can you hear the cries of Dr. Nisi Hamilton? Can you hear the screams of Aubrey Alice? Can you hear the sorrows faced by Kiana Marshall? Can you hear Christopher Bates and Jose Alfaro, who once faced a segment of constant violation? No. Can you hear the stories of broken trust, where men, women, child were subjected to greed and lust? They were once shunned, oppressed, hushed, quieted. Voices now unite to make a shout to end human trafficking. Thank you very much.
Well done, Celicia Niblet from Waterloo Secondary. That was her performance. You check the t-shirt. Stop human trafficking. Very simple and effective.
Simple and effective. And we also have in studio here with us and via Zoom the lone contestant from Tobago.
Yes.
She represented Tobago well. And you see the little piece of child. But she have a mouth on her.
Was
She-
also a budding athlete.
Yes, a budding athlete as well.
Yeah.
So and then we have two of the other women in studio with us. What did they place? What positions? Well, we'll hold that for now until later on when we hear from them. How you guys think so far? What do you all think?
I'm very proud.
Yeah, you were part of this. This was the inaugural thing.
It feels very surreal still, but I think all of us are winners.
Yeah, we did so well. Everybody definitely gave their best, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and to know that it's the first time most of them, on
performing.
stage performing.
Yes.
I feel like some might think that we were really competing against each other. As soon as everyone came off the stage, we all rushed to hug them. Tell them they did good.
Wonderful.
It was a very wholesome,
Supportive
energy.
group
Yeah.
behind backstage. It was the vibe backstage and on stage, two completely different atmospheres.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish that could happen in Calypso. I thought she out there. Right. So let's go to contestant Gabriella Bartholomew, Cohen Hamilton Secondary.
Yes.
And here's what she brought to the table. Let's hear.
Listen close. I have a story to unfold. From Trinidad and Tobago where secrets are told. Underneath the sun's bright gleam lies a nightmare, stealing children's dreams. Picture this, a lively street, children's laughter in the air, but hidden in the corner there's a story of despair. A young boy, eyes filled with dread, promised safety, but into darkness he's led. He was just 10 with a heart full of hope, but traffickers came tightening their rope, snatched from his family, torn from his home, thrown into a world where he's left to roam. In a small dimly lit room he cries, dreams of escape fill his weary eyes. Forced to work, no time to play, his childhood stolen day by day. In the shadows of San Fernando, where the world seems fine, lies a hidden trade, a criminal line. Children turn to commodities, freedom ripped away. This is our reality every single day. In the quiet of the night, hear their silent screams, echoing through shadows, shattering dreams. These are our children, stolen from sight, trapped in the shadows, yearning for light. We walk past them, choosing not to see, ignoring their pain, their silent plea. But it's time to awaken, it's time to stand. For every child's future we must extend our hand. Imagine your own in a stranger's grip. Life turns to torment, hope starts to slip. Would you not fight with all your might to pull them from darkness back into light? This is a call, a plea from the heart. For unity and action we all must start. No child left behind, not in this fight. We are the ones to bring them back to life. In our unity there is power, in our voice there is might. Together we can expose this light. Raise your voice, let it echo far and wide. For every lost childhood, for every tear cried. In every village, every town the whispers grow. Let's build a future free from fear and sorrow. Every child's life is a gift we must treasure. Their safety and joy are ultimate measure. So Trinidad and Tobago, heed this call. Let's fight human trafficking, let's stand tall. No child left behind, not in this flight. Together we can turn darkness into light.
Done.
Yes.
Wow.
Gabriella Bartholomew from Cohen Hamilton. Well done. She did have a little slip up at the end of her performance, but I think the music that she used in the background was maybe a little distracting for the audience and maybe for herself.
She did her best.
But she did her best, and
Yeah.
she did complete the poem. So well done to her.
Yeah, well done.
It was a beautiful piece.
Yes, and with the first time and everything, you would have teething problems, and so the next time I would have advised to put the screen in the back of the contestant, so who using these presentations, PowerPoint and slide presentation while they're singing, at least the judges can see it, because when the screen was positioned, everybody focused on the artist, so not everybody looked to their right to see especially
playing
when
on the
Chrisan was
screen.
doing her piece. So that is part something that will be corrected, I'm sure. And then
Exactly.
the cameraman. So let's go to a break. And when we return, we get into that place where the air is rare, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And the top 3 places, we have 2 of the winners in studio with us, 1 via Zoom. What did they place? You will find out when we return here on Dependency. Stay right there. We'll be back.
Give me my phone.
What you doing taking them kind of pictures? I'll tell mommy.
And I'll tell her you invaded my privacy.
Privacy? When you send those pics, you lose all privacy. It's like setting up a billboard with your naked pics for the world to see.
Those pictures are for my boyfriend's eyes only, and he'll never do that to me.
Yes, he can, or one of his friends or family, or someone can steal his phone. Sending naked pics can open you up to embarrassment for you, your family, and friends. You can be harassed by bullies. Your pics can be uploaded to websites and seen by everybody, even the wrong people, sex offenders. It can also affect you getting a good job in the future. Once those pictures go out, you can never get them back.
Okay, I'll tell my boyfriend delete them, and I'll delete these. I'm glad I have a smart little sister.
I'm still telling mommy.
Some of us like to play games of chance. But remember, gaming should be fun. So don't get carried away. Play for a prize, but don't pay the price. Play for fun, but never for keeps. Play smart, but never play all. Winning isn't everything. If you or someone you know needs help, call our gambling addiction hotlines. Rebirth House 623-0952 or After Hours 466-3146 or Serenity Place Empowerment Center for Women 794-7980. An initiative of NLCB and Eye on Dependency.
Eye on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on 95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Island. Yes, the banners we know is the world's admonition. That is why I sing tribute to Spree Simon for inventing such things that make the whole world jam down. There is not a possible song
the song of
that
the
my
man
band
Blackie
cannot
and
play
King Tan.
alone.
We are here in studio with the winners. If you just joined us, you missed a lot. We had the first 6 contestants of the recently concluded spoken word competition, Leave No Child Behind, Voices Against Human Trafficking, put on by the Counter Trafficking Unit of Trinidad and Tobago at SAPA last week, Tuesday. So we have online, we have via Zoom, via video, we have from Tobago, the only representative from Tobago, Sahai Oliveri. Then we have in studio here, we have 2 of the other. So who plays first, second, and third? Natasha?
Are we ready to reveal that?
Yes, let's go. So we have Chrisan Bidesi in studio with us from the loudest school in San Fernando.
The best
St.
school.
Julius,
The
St.
loudest
Julius
and
College.
the best.
They mouth big if you hear noise in the people in the place. Oh God, they scream down the place. But we thank them very much for coming out and supporting. So Chrisan, we remember the story with this. Your mom was traveling in a taxi. The driver was playing radio I-95.5. He had it on. And she called you. What happened with that phone call?
She actually told me that there was a spoken word competition and she thought I should sign up for it. So when we went online, she went to Facebook to check it out. And when we looked at the deadline, we were like, oh no, we have a problem. 3 days from that day was the deadline. So she told me about it. And in those 3 days, I wrote the piece and submitted it. And somehow I made the top 10 finalists.
Somehow. And of course, Mommy and her support is in studio here with her. And so, are you ready for Chrisan's piece? Are you ready? What's the name? What was it called?
My piece was entitled A Voice for the Broken.
A Voice for the Broken.
Yes.
So, are you ready? Are you ready?
No, I don't think anyone is ever ready.
Drum roll, please. And here is third place winner of the contest, Leave No Child Behind, Spoken Word Competition, Chrisan Bidesi from the loudest school in South, St. Joseph Convent. Well, if you like just making this up.
The Counter-Trafficking Unit is dedicated to investigating, prosecuting, and stopping all acts of human trafficking. Those were the words I heard from the radio of my kidnappers by the Honorable Fitzgerald Times. So I smiled, delivering the words, no child left behind. Yet I was left to die, snatched from the streets. How is this not a front page story? Smuggled across borders by masked perpetrators who hunt hungrily after innocence, and it wasn't just me. Buried in cargo, hidden from the popo, fresh out of the womb, shackled by those who pray in the dark, waiting for the perfect moment to attack what brought to you hear the calls of the animals who crawl. The sun has yet to rise on me. Little girls like me are forced to share our bodies. No passport, though I am abroad a ship. Sailing across the sea, work 24/7, work like slave trade. At such a young age, I'm anxiously waiting to hear those sirens. But until then, Ministry of National Security, hello, Counter-Trafficking Unit, is anyone on the phone? How many more children have to suffer before we learn to butter and look out for one another? Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, hear my declaration. I am a voice for the voiceless, bringing hope for the hopeless, holding out faith for the faithless. The laws of our country, Trafficking in Persons Act, Chapter 12, Part 10, are the lives of these taken children not enough to grab your attention? Children's girls, lost in their dreams, and it seems no one cares until it is theirs that are stolen. I stand, a voice for the broken, for those whose pain is rarely spoken. And I say, rhythms of justice echo loud. We will not allow the theft of another child. So, police officers, protect and serve. Ministry of National Security, Counter-Trafficking Units, continue to execute your duties diligently. We're not just a flag. We're not just a country. We're not just one person. Our communities must join together, band together, leave no child behind in the fight against human trafficking. With boundless faith in our destiny, side by side, we stand.
It's screaming. In the background, that was Chrisan who was in studio with us this morning. How you felt about your performance on the day?
Well, I was really nervous backstage, and like the night before, I was like feeling all the butterflies in my tummy, and I don't usually get like that nervous. But when I went onto the stage and like I heard the support from everyone, and I looked into the crowd and I saw how proud everyone was, it just kind of like faded away. And I did my performance, and I was very proud of how I executed it. So,
well done, well done. Very well done.
Well done, my dear. Well done. To YouTube family, thank you very much for your comments. Castril, Gloria, Christine, all of you who are joining us. And of course, those of you who are listening to us on the radio and Facebook. And Chrisan also won the People's Choice Award, right?
I did. I mean, can you blame me? I mean, the support was unreal. So.
Well, hello. Yeah, can you blame me? You should really enter the FCB commission. What? Yes, you need to try.
I will definitely consider it.
Yes, yes. So, in position number 2, Natasha.
In position number 2, Immani Miller.
Wow, who's that, yo?
Who is that?
I wonder.
Immani Miller. So tell us a little bit about how your journey to this competition before we play the video.
Like I said before, I was just scrolling online, and my mother sent me this Instagram post about the competition, and I didn't really look at it, I didn't really pay attention to it, but I ended up seeing the prizes. And I was, I saw the cause as well, don't get me wrong, and I was like, wow, this is a really nice opportunity, and I've been doing spoken word for a while now, and I decided to enter my piece, and then I got into the 10 finalists, so yeah.
All right. Sahai, you still with us, right? Country? Talk to me.
Yes, I'm right here.
All right. Nice. That's
so what's the name
to be a good thing. Don't get that.
Country.
Yes.
So what's the name of your piece, Immani?
Modern Day Slavery.
Modern Day Slavery. This
all
is
right.
second place in the CTU Spoken Word competition, Immani Miller.
Somewhere in Jamaica, a man selling fish by day and putting a price on people's heads at night. Taking them to different country coasts, but what should that matter, cause they have mouths to feed. Always quick to demean and berate, but before you go here, sluts on. They look for that to the young girl who has her pimp's name tattooed across her neck like a chain. Imagine your mother, your sister, your child at the wrong place at the right time. You see these businessmen tie you in a web of words. Always a please and a thank you until they take their suits off and it's too late, drugged up and trapped in the intricate silk. $300 never seems so small because you can't put a price on a human life until you do. This modern day slavery isn't really modern, but maybe if we use that word, it might make people feel better for sheer ignorance. This country we love so much has human trafficking at the pinnacle of crime. The lackadaisical approach on people's freedoms is funny to me because our cosmopolitan society was built on the bones of slaves, on the bones of abuse, on the bones of tears and people's lives, that we sit and sow these seeds, marrow filled with the juice, the sap of mistreatment. You do not have to sweat in a cane field for it to be considered slavery. That's why we turn to the police. Your job description read to protect and serve with PRIDE. But that badge you wear is the same one pinned to your uniform when you turn the other way. But kill me dead, I drive without my seatbelt because you have to meet your quota. That hand you used to issue me a ticket is the same one you took and counted the $100 bills in exchange for helping a businessman out. Blood money screams from your pockets, but you're deaf to the ripped pockets of a mother of two because she has no more clothes to wear except fishnet stockings and a brand new bruise. The government thrives on fake news because if we talk about the police, maybe you won't talk about the officials. Of course, it's a surprise when incarceration is the verdict. Anti-trafficking fish raise and bears onto the desks of Parliament.
Housing shelters were made to save the victims, but shut your ears and close your eyes since the squalor isn't much different to the basement they were confined to. Normal life is a dream to the children who are saved, and tears are shed to the family they cannot identify because they do not speak English. You see, problems are still problems when you find solutions. Problems remain problems unless action is taken, and it is the same action which we are promised, but change is not made without awareness. And kill me that I asked my classmates about modern-day slavery because she don't know nothing about that. Our attention is always somewhere else, not because we do not have the attention spans to learn, but because we do not want to. And kill me dead if let's end the violence now. Keep us here, keep us safe, and keep this modern day slavery a thing of the past and not the present.
Well done, well done. That was second place in this competition.
You don't
Immani
have to do
Miller.
me wrong with that angle there.
Say again? You're criticizing the cameraman's angle?
Just a little bit. You know.
Oh, God.
What she said? Talk to me.
She said that wasn't her best angle.
Not my best angle.
Wasn't your best angle? Yeah, I know, but
We didn't
I tried my
notice.
best.
We did not notice.
No, I'm
Yeah,
very grateful.
but we didn't notice though. We didn't notice. You did well still, and you placed second. So I mean, the angle the judges saw you from, they saw your best angle,
Yes.
and they gave you the second position. So thank you very much. You many people you are homeschooled as well. Mommy's in studio here with us too, very quiet, taking in the proceedings here this morning. So that was second place.
How did you feel about that performance? Were you as nervous as
Yeah, I mean,
Chrisan said?
yes,
She was?
I mean, I was going to the competition. I wasn't really nervous, but I feel like every performance I do, no matter how long you're performing for, that nervousness doesn't go away, and it shows you care really about what you're doing. You know, my hands were shaking from the minute I went on that stage, from the minute I came out. But I did actually, I don't know if you realize, but I forgot a few of my lines. Some were not supposed to be there. Some were supposed to be there, but worded it differently.
Okay.
But I feel like the art is really covering it up, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you did well. You extempored really well because you know who wasn't paying attention wouldn't pick that up.
Yeah.
You know, but well done, absolutely well done. And you have somebody named Ariel John on Facebook says Immani.
Hi.
on YouTube, sorry, she's on YouTube.
She is my dear mentor of Girl Be Heard. We have our show on the 13th of July. Make sure to come.
Yes,
So
go
at
ahead, tell
Niblet,
us.
6 p.m. if you want to have more information. Oh, 6:30. 6:30. 6:30 p.m. If you want more information, go on our Instagram. It's free. Girl Be Heard _TT.
All right.
Girl Be Heard.
Girl Be Heard.
Girl Be Heard _TT.
Are you going to be performing at that?
Yes, of
event?
course I am.
This
Yes.
piece or something else?
It's a surprise, something else,
All
yeah.
right, all right.
But so country, morning. How is life in Tobago?
Life is good. Life is good.
So you just be speaking with Sahai Oliveri, and she was the lone contestant from Tobago. She represented Bishop's Tobago. Now, we want to keep you all in suspense. So Sahai is the first place winner. Sahai ran away with it.
Woo.
She did well. And after this break, you're going to see her performance. We're going to chat with her a little bit. And you're going to see what she brought to the table. I mean, she took advantage of the time and she laid it down. She threw down. Trust me. You're going to see that. When we return, thank you for those who just joining us. You're listening to Dependency, and we are recapping. So we would have heard from position number 1, Elana James, who represented Waterloo Secondary School, Gabriella Jameson, who represented Northgate College, and Anya Maharaj from the loudest school in South, St. Joseph Convent, Salfordado. Anthon Jacobs, the lone male contestant, represented Mova Laventers Secondary. Celicia Niblet, Waterloo Secondary. And Gabriella Bartholomew, she represented Cohen Hamilton Secondary. In third position would have been Chrisan Bidesi, who represented the loudest school in South,
SJCSF.
St. Joseph Convent. And you just heard from second place winner, homeschooled Immani Miller. Coming up, the first place winner from Tobago after this break. Stay right there, we'll be back.
Some of us like to play games of chance. But remember, gaming should be fun. So don't get carried away. Play for a prize, but don't pay the price. Play for fun, but never for keeps. Play smart, but never play all. Winning isn't everything. If you or someone you know needs help, call our gambling addiction hotlines. Rebirth House 623-0952 or After Hours 466-3146 or Serenity Place Empowerment Center for Women 794-7980. An initiative of NLCB and Eye on Dependency.
Slavery, a terrible time in our history. The kidnapping, buying and selling of people for profit, the exploitation of another human being. It still exists today. It has a new name: human trafficking. Anyone can be a victim. There is forced labor, sexual exploitation, and domestic servitude. Human trafficking is a worldwide problem and an emerging concern for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. If you know of or suspect human trafficking activity, call the counter-trafficking hotline at 800-4CTU or 800-4288. Human trafficking is a crime. Identify it, report it, stop it. A message from the counter-trafficking unit of the Ministry of National Security.
Ion Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on 95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Yes, the banners we know is the world's admonition. That is why I sing tribute to Spree Simon for inventing such things that make the whole world jam down.
Alright, so that's the man Blackie and giving you his runaway hit back in 1999, Ting Tang. So, the first place winner, the first prize, the only contestant from Tobago. Bring her in short, man.
Number one.
Contestant, and she placed first. The only person from Tobago, Sahai. Morning, Sahai.
Morning.
Give Sahai a nice welcome, man. Sahai, morning, darling. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm fine.
You could hear a little bit here? Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's mommy?
Mommy's right around there.
So, Sahai, you represented Tobago, my dear. How did you feel? How did you think you had a chance at all? How did you prepare for this?
Well, as with any competition, I practice. And also, it was always a thought in the back of my head: you are the only contestant from Tobago. You can't just represent. You're not just representing yourself or your school. You're representing the entirety of Tobago. So yes.
Wow.
And were you nervous at all when you on stage on the day? How did you feel doing that performance?
Nervous is an understatement. I wasn't. Oh my God! I was so nervous. I was trembling. I was crying. My mommy came and she was like, "Sahai, you can't be doing this now. Sahai, I calling my name and I was crying. I was like, Mommy, I can't do this. Mommy, I can't do this. And she was like, Sahai, relax and go out there and do what we practice. But all was well.
All right. And well, we have Immani and Chrisan in studio, as you know. Immani, before we go to because they talk about support, and you had a support. Somebody wanted to say.
Yes. Hi, Elana. I see you in the chat. I miss you so much, and I'm sad you couldn't be there on the day.
Nice. So Sahai, we're going to look at your performance now. All right. You brought your A game, and as we say on the show, you rested on them.
Yes.
Isn't it, Tasha?
yes. And of course, the metaphor that she used for the piece was very instructive as well. But you'll hear that and you'll see it shortly.
Madam, come out with fishing net and all kind of thing.
Yes.
So, contestant, excuse me, first place winner in the Leave No Child Behind Spoken Word competition, Voices Against Human Trafficking. Everybody, a round of applause. Sahai Oliveri, representing Bishops from Tobago. The only contestant from Tobago. Let's see what she brought to the table. Let's go.
Big fish eats little fish. Razor sharp teeth, 103 pounds in weight, 5.9 feet long, 30 centimeters wide, bluish green dorsum and upper side, white belly with sides that blend from green to silver. Look out! Beware! It's a barracuda! Only one predator, but many fall prey. Any little small fry that comes along his unfortunate way. Fun fact for you. In this very big, very scary world, something to make your eyes bulge and your toes curl. Big fish eat little fish. Without mercy, without apology, big fish eat little fish. And it seems like that's the way it will always be. Since Hitler was a carrot, big fish has been eating little fish. Chop, 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 chop into little pieces or swallowed whole. Big fish think that they can run the world. But question time, is it human nature to just devour another? In the time of slavery, the question asked was, am I not a man and brother? Is it built into our DNA to abuse and exploit others in inconceivable ways? Hurt them till they break, till we see the joy drained from their face and we remain unfazed? In the Caribbean, they say that slavery was abolished in 1834, that emancipation was proclaimed and people were in bondage no more. But how can this be true? Well, today we have slavery returned, revamped, revitalized, and renewed. Clearly, in our history books, lives have been spewed. As children, we were taught to hold on to our mother's hand. Brought up in fear that we could be carted off by a stranger to work as sex slaves in another land. So Nemo's dad Marlon held on ever so tightly to his little fishy son. Because he knew that if his son was stolen, that damage could never be undone. Marlon knew the dangers of life down under. Not the colorful, secure, imaginative underwater that Disney has shown us through Ariel and Flounder. Marlon knew that big fish eats little fish. Chop, 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 chop into pieces or swallowed whole. Marlon knew that big fish think that they can run the world. Big fish thinks that he is an invincible foe, abusing and exploiting smaller fish. He thinks he can carry shore. So Nemo said, tell all the fish to swim down together. And in their mighty change of fate, they broke free from the trawler. Just keep swimming. The glory and strength of singularity. Working together, human and fish can achieve victory in the circle of life. Big fish are as conquerable as a little ant. Against a fisherman or pitiless, a British national who put up a fight. They can't win, they just can't. Let the notion of the fisherman represent the entirety of humanity. We, as part of the whole, able to end human slavery. The battle to stop human trafficking is in the power of all togetherness. Bringing down these networks of oppression is collectively all business. Coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress, and working together is success. And in the mighty change of fate, the little fish will eat the big fish. Cut up into pieces, cut up into pieces, cut up into pieces, or swallowed whole. Little fish, through unity, will create a safer world.
Chop, chop, chop.
Yep, that was Sahai Oliveri. So Sahai, I know your iPhone would have done a better job, right? But
no, don't say that.
Yeah.
Android rules.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, I really am really happy to be part of this moment. So let me tell you what you all already did. And I don't know if anybody explained this to you. You all have cemented your name in what going to come next year, which is examination of what Trinidad and Tobago did in human trafficking education. So this will be mentioned in the TIP report. Yeah. So you all actually contributed to the efforts of the Counter Trafficking Unit, Ministry of National Security, and the government of Trinidad and Tobago in educating the public on human trafficking. This will be mentioned.
Yes. Yes.
So you youngsters made history for your country. And this is I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, that you all made this type of effort to support the Counter Trafficking Unit, and I envision that this would only get better. Yes. Sahai, you created history, my dear, as the first contestant from Tobago to come first. How is that phone going?
Your phone is going good.
Yeah, I if iPhone fall on my head, I wouldn't even know what it is.
But tell us, Sahai, about how you came up with this concept, this metaphor of the big fish and little fish, and how it relates to human trafficking.
So when I found out about the piece, I usually go and talk about it with my mom because she is way more creative than me, I must say, and she always contributes a lot in the in my pieces in general. So I was just talking to her about it as like saying that is human trafficking, and it stood out to me that human trafficking is a form of exploitation usually taking place when people of greater influence with more money, usually exploiting people with less. And I was telling her all of this, and I think it was her who brought it up, and she was like, big fish eat little fish. Almost instantly she said that, and I just knew that was my piece, and that's the idea we were going forward with. There was no other discussion taking place, and that was it.
Nice.
Well done, my dear.
Yep. Very well done. Very well done. I'm sure Mommy is very proud.
Yes, I'm sure Mommy is very proud. Tamika, what do you think about what you heard so far? Because I know you do a lot of things concerning young people. You love spoken word as well.
It's a nice feeling to see young persons who are already understanding that purpose has to be one of the tools you carry in life. You can't just be out here helter-skelter, as we would say. And, I mean, you said it earlier on when the mics were off. We are easily thrilled to highlight the negative of our young persons.
Yes.
And support needs to be generated in places like these.
Yes.
Yeah. And like I told them, I'm really proud to see that they're already on this track. But what I will add is that we need more boys in things like these. Yeah.
Yes, we
Because
do.
our boys tend to be endangered species. And we really need to encourage them to be not just present, but presence.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Absolutely.
So those of you who just joining us, you missed a lot. You missed the 9 contestants of the spoken word recently held at SAPA spoken word competition put on by the Counter Trafficking Unit, Ministry of National Security. Leave no child behind. The MC for that event was Miss Anika Williams. As you know, she has a program on TV as well, TDT, I think. And of course, we thank Miss Annalise Singh for her tireless work. We have her working up to today and all. But thank her for the tireless work that she's done. Of course, the director, Alan Miguel, and Deputy Director of the Counter Trafficking Unit, Ms. Dane Marie Marshall, all the people who came together, to pull this off. And finally, the panel of judges. So let me tell you all now who placed you all here. So
and while you're doing that, guys, just Shortman put up image K, please. And this is an image of Sahai and the CTU directors. So go ahead,
right.
God.
Yes, the winner and CTU directorate here. You will see her receiving her prize, and I'm sure it was a very proud moment for you, Sahai. She came in. There it is, nice man.
Yes.
And all the contestants on stage and everything. So the judges for this competition were Miss Sarah De Silva, Master of the High Court, Judiciary of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Darren Sandy, Performance Poet, Miss Eliana Buchun, I hope I pronounced the first name correctly, Protection Coordinating Assistant, International Organization for Migration. That's from the IOM. Miss Candice Wallace, Child Protection Officer, UNICEF Office for the Eastern Caribbean area. And Mrs. Gashelle Jilks Edwards, Manager, National Service, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. A round of applause for the judges. I know they had a tough job separating these individuals, but in the end, there must be winners, there must be runners-up, and so we thank all of them for the job well done.
Yeah,
let's hear you, Chrisan. Tell us. You looked at Sahai's performance. You can beat that.
It's a goal. It could be a goal, but I definitely think it was an outstanding piece. As somebody who loves literature, the metaphor, when I heard it, I was like, oh my God. It
Why
was
did I think of that?
amazing. I love it. And I think the judges did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm content and I'm happy. I'm very proud of Sahai and also Immani. It was really great.
Sahai, so you can bring a period girl. Sahai, when she presented the piece via video, she was by a period girl. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. The child from Tobago, come on, she must take advantage of everything.
Let's go back, Shortman. Let us see Sahai on screen again. Let's go back, Shortman.
Yes. So 1 minute before we take a break, and of course I want to say happy anniversary to Mr. James Filbert, Mr. and Mrs. Filbert, James Filbert. Only 45 years and all that beat the death for that boy. 45 years, but Friday coming they'll be 45 years married. We now start with Junior at 45. You think we can make 45?
I don't know.
So
might kill you before then.
So Lynette Bostic Watson, Lynette said we are not seeing Tamika Castillo on screen. I wanted to see her as Lynette, what's wrong with you? She want to put her face to this phenomenal woman listen to every day on 995.
Yes.
Can we just wave to this lady for
her,
please?
Because I mean, you can see her hand probably.
You understand? Akai Webster Garden, you are personally invited to our Girls Be Heard showcase at Nallis Aviary Room on Saturday 13. All participants were awesome. Well done to the CTU. This is from Ms. Webster. Akai Webster inviting us to the spoken word competition.
So we have to go.
So, yes, Girls Be Heard. Right, so let's take a break. And when we return, we're going to tie in this now with what we did in Jamaica, and then we take some calls for these youngsters, yeah? So we recently visited Jamaica, as part of the beginning of our Caribbean tour with the film Traffic, the director of the Corner Trafficking Unit accompanied us.
Also online on Facebook. Good morning, director.
Good morning, director.
Morning.
Thank you very much.
Great job, guys.
Yes, the director said great job, and to those of you on YouTube, we thank you very much for joining us too as well. So we're going to take that break, and when we return, you're going to see what Traffic did to the audiences in Jamaica. This is just a snippet. We promise that we're going to have what we call a youth speak out forum here during the vacation with these youngsters. So Anya and all of the others, we're not done with you yet. This is not going to be the end of your journey with us. We want to keep your voices being heard. So Elana, Gabriella, Anya, Anthon, Celicia, Gabriella, Bartholomew, we all going to have you back in studio during the course of the vacation to let the people hear your voices, because you really
Because I think it's time actually for us to start listening to young people more in the society.
Yes.
We kind of blame them for all that is going wrong, and we put them up as posters and say, why the young people like this? But now we need to actually listen to them about the issues that this country is facing. And so Ion Dependency will provide that platform for you guys to speak your mind.
Yes. I know St. Julius Convent. Let's go to that break. We'll be back, folks. Stay right there.
Some of us like to play games of chance. But remember, gaming should be fun. So don't get carried away. Play for a prize, but don't pay the price. Play for fun, but never for keeps. Play smart, but never play all. Winning isn't everything. If you or someone you know needs help, call our gambling addiction hotlines. Rebirth House 623-0952 or After Hours 466-3146 or Serenity Place Empowerment Center for Women 794-7980. An initiative of NLCB and Eye on Dependency.
Slavery, a terrible time in our history. The kidnapping, buying and selling of people for profit, the exploitation of another human being. It still exists today. It has a new name: human trafficking. Anyone can be a victim. There is forced labor, sexual exploitation, and domestic servitude. Human trafficking is a worldwide problem and an emerging concern for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. If you know of or suspect human trafficking activity, call the Counter-Trafficking Hotline at 800-4CTU or 800-4288. Human trafficking is a crime. Identify it, report it, stop it. A message from the Counter-Trafficking Unit of the Ministry of National Security.
Ion Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on 95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Ion Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Island. Yes, the pan as we know is the world's admonition. That is why I sing tribute to Spree Simon for inventing such things that make the whole world jam down. There is not a possible song that my band cannot play along. Yes, the voice of the oil steel drums, so powerful and very strong. Anywhere you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Yeah, pan playing a ring tang, pan playing a rang tang, fat solatido, pan playing sweet, sweet music. Anywhere you go in the world, it's so hard for them to unfold. How we music come out so sweet with real vibration. Up in the savannah,
Right, that's the sound of the man Blackie taking us through on the journey here today with Temika Castillo at the controls, and we have in studio Sahai is joining us via Zoom from Tobago, the only contestant from Tobago, and we have Chrisan and Immani in the studio with us, second and third place winners, and Chrisan also the People's Choice Award winner as well. So thank you for joining us. Remember, if you missed the program from the start, you can go back to our YouTube page, or YouTube channel and Facebook page and view it from the beginning. Now, we went to Jamaica, and you could see the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Counter Trafficking Unit, and Dependency, and NLCB. We started this Caribbean tour that we hope will continue. We started with Jamaica. What happened to the audience after this? Well, Natasha, could you introduce it for us?
Yes,
please?
this video is like a compilation of some photos that we took while we did our screenings. We visited the High Commission. We did a screening at UTech, which is the University of Technology, Jamaica. And we did a screening at a movie theater, Palace Cineplex. And at the end, you'll see some vox pops that we did, that Garth did again with his little camera phone, with members of the audience, and you'll hear their reactions to the film.
So let's go. This is what happened in Jamaica. So that's the director on screen there right now, addressing the audience. You just saw Ambassador Derek Murray, High Commissioner Derek Murray. We also thank TV6 for reaching out to us while we were there. Marlon Hopkinson did an interview with us on TV6 that morning. That is on your screen there now. That's High Commissioner Derek Murray. And that was me doing my interview from the hotel room with TV6. And so here are the Vox Pops now. Coming up, we're going to hear the Vox Pops. Go ahead.
So, I mean, the film was actually very impactful to me then. It's impactful to me now. And you see a lot of parallels to different societies. And even here in Jamaica, like you go about, you see parts of the country where you can see the potential for a lot of human trafficking, a lot of drug trafficking, etc. And as you say, it's part of the culture. So I think the film really brings it home to say that once you're in the situation, it's not as easy to get out.
Very informative, and it's just sad that, as you said, this is an ongoing situation, and we just really have to try to keep it as down as much as possible. It's very scary when you think of that reality, that this is always an ongoing situation. How are we really going to? This is important. We have, and I thank you for bringing it to our attention more so. You think about it, but you never really think about it. But the film sort of brought it right up in your face. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
When I watch these things, I don't feel like clapping. I feel like crying because I know it's an act. I know it's some people performing. But beyond the performance, it's a story of real people, and that is what strikes me at the heart of it all. And when you multiply that, I mean, it's not just 3 people. When you multiply that, you know how many people are being nickered into this kind of
What's on the movie?
I believe it was quite insightful. It is a relevant and very necessary topic. I think it's something that we need to provide more education on. As you said, it's 2024. We cannot shy away from topics like these. Quite something that, not only females but males need to be educated on, and I think that is a topic that you started, and I hope that it will continue. And ICO is willing to support and be a part of such an organization that is speaking on something that is so relevant and necessary today.
All right, the movie The Traffic was amazing. I loved how it started. It was just beautiful, paradise. Nothing can go wrong. And, funny enough, when we let our guard down, like in the movie, that's when it all got very dark very quickly. I really enjoyed the scene. It felt real, from being happy with them, enjoying the beaches, and then all of a sudden, when man gets serious and say, yo, you know what? You ain't got to move this and that, whether you like it or not. So I really enjoyed it, I felt that I went through phases of different emotions, all of them. And I really recommend it because I think the awareness is amazing. Yes. Because, if it's too good to be true, it's because it is.
All right, so I should have been a cameraman in real life.
God, don't get ahead of yourself. No, the reason why the pieces were so close because he shot it in portrait mode, so I had to expand it to fit the screen. So that's why it looks a little.
But that was happening in Jamaica, and we thank the director for accompanying us to this and all involved who supported it. We thank you so much. So Andrew Miller, Monica Bonnet, and we've seen some new people on YouTube. So while you're there, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, yes, please.
It will be helpful. Thank you so much. And so we're going to take some calls. We're going to just hear from Mommy, and His Mommy is in studio with us. Sahai, could you just get your mommy to say hello to us, please, and to the contestants? And we want to thank you once again for sitting with us and enjoying this 2 hours with us. Sahai?
Yes, my mommy's right here.
Yes, let's say hello to Mommy. Mommy, we just want to thank you very much, my dear.
Would you like to see her also in the camera?
No, can we hear her?
Yes, that's possible.
Mommy?
She's probably not camera ready. I don't know.
All right, Chrisan, Mom, in the meantime, while you're waiting on Sahai, Mom, say something. Tell us, you here with your support as usual from last Sunday, and how you feel about your daughter. And we can take some calls, people, 622-3937. You can give us a call. Mommy?
What can I say? I thoroughly enjoyed the competition. It was really wonderful to see these young people doing positive things, as you said before. So many times when we go on social media, we see all these negatives. So even last week, it was like light coming into the darkness. Mm-hmm. And even in SAPA on Tuesday, the support was beautiful to see all the parents, all the children, I was backstage with the children, and they were really awesome. Seeing everybody take responsibility and come into their role, because even the first contestant, she was very shy. But when you looked at her piece, she blended it in with who she was, and she delivered, and even with the young man from Mova, his container and stuff, he was really good, and everybody showed us a piece of themselves. It was authentic, and I really enjoyed it. It was an honor to see my daughter perform on stage. Spoken word is not something that she always does. It's something that she just started. So when I saw her on stage, it was good to see, and this competition has matured her. It has caused her to grow and develop a spirit of camaraderie among everyone, to the learning as well in doing all the research was also good. It benefited her in more ways than just a competition. It has caused her to grow and become more aware of what is happening in our society, And as she said in her piece, is not just what the government is doing, it's what we have to do as well in looking out for each other. We have to be each other's keeper. We have to be each other's voice. We have to also take accountability. The government cannot do it alone. The teachers cannot do it alone. Parents cannot do it alone. All of us have to work together to bring Trinidad and Tobago into what we want it to be. So that's all I have to say.
Well said. Well said. Thank you so much.
Ms. Miller? So Immani Miller is the second place winner.
Hi, good morning. I am deeply grateful to be here. I'm deeply grateful that Immani and all the other contestants had to participate in this competition. I just want to commend the ministry, the CTU, for taking on this initiative, because I think that it's very important that we give our youth the opportunity to express themselves. I think that their voice, being able to share their thoughts, their feelings on so many issues, because they're exposed to so much in this digital age. I mean, it's at a point where it's even difficult as a parent to control what our children are exposed to and what they consume. So I think being given this outlet and this forum to be able to express themselves and to educate themselves on such a critical issue is really very commendable and necessary. I'm extremely proud of Immani. Her journey has been a very challenging one. And I mean, up until just 2 years ago, Immani was very ill. And for her to be at this point now, it's very emotional for me, because I presented Immani with the competition, but she really took this on her own. She did all of the research her own, and I think her piece, there's a depth to it that demonstrates a certain level of maturity and in her understanding of the issues and all of the different factors that are at play and the dynamics that are at play from a social standpoint, a political standpoint, community standpoint. And I think she was very crafty and clever in the way she wove all those different issues into her piece without blatantly coming out and making certain statements. But I think it really encourages the listener to think, and it challenges them to really think. And I think her piece, because of the depth of it, is a piece that you really have to listen to or read several times to really capture the depth of that and what is being said. And I'm very proud of her to have that level of maturity, because she's only 15. And for her to have been able to analyze the issues based on the research she did to the level that she did, and to present her thoughts in this manner, I think is just really very amazing and exceptional.
Sahai, mommy has just joined us.
So much.
Country, morning.
Hi, good morning.
What's up?
Morning.
Nice to see you all.
Mommy,
Nice to
what
see
you have
all.
to say about Sahai and her performance?
Well, first of all, she did pretty well, so I'm pretty proud of her for that. But speaking in general, I would say more than ever, I was thinking at the time of the results, I wonder if she pulled it off. I mean, I was really impressed with, I was able to see all of the performances. She wasn't able because she was backstage. But Eliana, who's just such a sweetheart. I'm sorry that we lost contact with Eliana, but Eliana's first piece set a very high bar. It was a really good performance. So when I saw Eliana and then the others followed, and it's like, wow, these children really came. They really delivered, I think. I wasn't sure about the results. I said, was Sahai too dramatic? You know, did she pronounce all of her T's? And
Did she do everything? So I was really not totally surprised, but I was really impressed that she was able to pull off the first place. I know she did a good performance, and we did look at it, and of course, we always look at it with a critical eye. How can we improve? How can we do better? Yes, I feel very proud of her. More than winning, though, I always tell her everything that you do is always a learning experience more than a winning experience. Sometimes in a loss, you learn more than you do in a win. So it's not always about winning an iPhone, which I am positively sure we are going to fight about in the next 4 hours. Yes. So it's not always about winning a prize, it's about the experience. I mean, sometimes people go up on stage and, they forget their lines because there's a lot of pressure being there and having to deliver something without a script, And when that happens, you learn from that experience. Yes, you're embarrassed and you want to cry and you're so disappointed in yourself, but it's always a learning experience. So apart from winning, you always learn something from whatever experience you have. So I really hope that I learned. It was a very stiff competition. She needs to learn to manage her emotion. She spoke about that, and that's how we found out Eliana is such a sweetheart, because Eliana was backstage telling her, no, don't worry, don't cry, and hugging her up. It was a real nice sense of camaraderie amongst all these children who just met, basically. So I think for Sahai, it was a good experience. We're very proud of her here in Tobago, not just me, but we have a good support system here in Tobago for Sahai. Unfortunately, they were not able to travel to Trinidad to, lend their support. But we are all very proud of her. Yeah, I think proud is just basically what I could say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my dear. Let's take some calls from 622-3937. We can take some calls for the youngsters in studio here, and we are really proud of them. Like I said, when they do positive, we need to give them that forward. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What Trinidad and Tobago would do without you all right now? And Flower, Jamaica. Look how you all have these children and family being proud of themselves, of being recognized. And you all are the watchman of wrongdoings. You all are watching big men, big women, little children. I'm really proud of you all, and I congratulate all you to continue. And I hope all you get a President Award. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
calling.
much.
Thank you so much.
622-3937. Hi, good morning.
Morning. Morning, you beautiful people.
Morning.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't know if this country could reward you all for the work you all are doing. So proud of both of you.
Thank you.
You all are doing in Trinidad. All your energy, the time and effort to try to make this place a better place. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where you'll get that energy from, both of you, but I thank you all so much for the time and energy you all put in bringing to Trinidad a better Trinidad as it is at this point in time. So that and Natasha, God bless you all, and may you all continue to do the same work that you've been doing all the time, and I hope that Trinidad can reward you all with some sort of honor, right, to compensate for what you all have been doing for this country. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for calling.
Thank you so much for calling.
622 Eyes. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. This voice
My
sounds
name
familiar.
is Alan Miguel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I'm listening to the program online, and sometimes I don't want to wax too nostalgic, right? But the question is, the direction of the county traffic union is just placed into my hands, and I ask myself, where am I going to take this? And if I needed an answer, was in that spoken word competition when those young people in there drew a tear from my eye in the renditions and so on that they portrayed. So I just want to tell them, I thank you so much for reinforcing in me a question I asked myself, why me? Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the director of the County Trafficking Unit.
Really?
Yes, Mr. Miguel. So he was
much.
touched by what he saw and heard, and he has a new resolve, a new extra vigor to continue his work in leading the fight against human trafficking in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Congratulations to Garth and Natasha for this program this morning.
Thank you so much.
I always listen, but this morning, when I heard the spoken word contestants, and Sahai Granny called me to let me know that Sahai was on.
Yes.
I am so proud of her. I know her before she was born. We're all proud of her. We're all proud of the other contestants. So hats off to you, Sahai. Keep on going to all the other youths there and to all the parents. Keep supporting your children. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You heard that, Sahai and Mommy in Tobago. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to the enabling, encouraging hosts, the enthusiastic competitors, and their supportive parents and support group.
Good morning.
Congrats,
Good morning.
Sahai. You did well. Even though as I said, I was kind of shy and a little nervous, but you pulled it off.
Yeah.
And what I want to say to you and your comrades there, utilize spoken word in your future endeavors. Because you know why? Regardless of whatever professions you'll enter, you need to be assertive. And spoken word does make people assertive because right now in Trinidad, even if they're assertive, people want to take around the mango bush and look at the eye. So continue what you are doing. Congrats and be assertive. It will take you a fine life. Good show. Safe trip home. Thanks, Kat and Natasha.
Thank you very much, sir.
so
We
much.
definitely endorse that sentiment about spoken word as a performance art that gives confidence and many other qualities for young people, obviously.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, you're live.
I am thankful for these young people. I am so proud. God and Natasha, thank you for taking this program to where it is now. Please, I beg of you all, please encourage my boys. My boys are lucky. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Young people, go forward. The sky is the limit. Blessings.
Thank
Indeed.
you.
Thank you so much. And I hope the boys and the parents and guardians of boys who are listening will encourage them as well, because we do definitely need to have our boys participate in this kind of activity to allow them to express themselves, express their emotions in a healthy and productive way. Do we have another caller? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning, welcome.
Hi, good morning. I would like to say congratulations to Sahai. Hats off to her. Well done. You represented your little island, Tobago, and Trinidad as well.
Yes.
And I'm so emotional right now because I'm so happy for her. I don't know her, but her poem was so forceful and it reached the audience it was supposed to reach. And I hope things turn around. Everything she said was so true. And to the other participants, well done as well.
Thank you.
And ladies, I want you all to keep going forward. Stand your ground. Fight your fight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
you very, very much.
622-3937. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh
And
my
I am
gosh. I know who
calling to
this is.
congratulate you both, Gus and Natasha.
Thank
Morning.
But also to say congratulations to the contestants. I think they did exceedingly well. I am particularly proud of Chrisan Basi, my former student.
Yes.
And she has a very supportive mother. And God sees and knows and blesses. And so the efforts of these young people and the young man, one young man and the other young ladies, excellent, to be commended. Very commendable. Hats off, well done.
Thank you so much for calling.
So before we forget, Sahai, so you think the counter trafficking unit, would you suggest to them that they continue this next year, please God? We do it again?
Of
What do you think?
course, they should. I
Yes.
think this is something that we should keep going on for years to come.
Yeah, Chrisan, what do you think?
I think that they should maintain it, but I also think that they should open it to the public because when you look at the people who were there, we got to spread the message to schools, but it's not just the schools, it's not just young people, it's also the adults as well. So I think it's important that we get maximum reach and we open it to the public.
Agreed. Immani is really the same?
Building on what Chrisan said, I definitely think that it should be open to the public. I hope that this experience this year we can build on that to have a bigger venue, maybe have even more contestants, more submissions, maybe even open it not just to the counter trafficking unit, but to different units of crime or just different topics. I feel like it's very effective and giving youth a voice.
Yes. Let's take another call. 622-3937. And I heard the director call a while ago. Yes. Thank him so much for tuning in. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, God. I just want to say, yay! I am watching everyone on the television. The mothers there got you and Natasha, the young ladies, the young, well, I'm not seeing the young man there, but you all did well. To the winner, thank you so much. You were exceptional, but everybody stood out. And congratulations, every one of you. And Gat and Natasha, God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling, Mom.
Thank you for calling, Annette. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
To Gat and Natasha and those young, talented people who are there. I just want to say, firstly, let me congratulate the director and the deputy director of the counter trafficking unit.
Yes.
Great initiative. Great initiative.
Yes.
Look what talent you were able to pull out. And this will continue. And this is where we're supposed to take the message. Those young people are the ones to carry it.
Yes.
Congratulations to all who took part in the competition. Congratulations to the parents for that support. And you will continue going from strength to strength. Mr. and Miss Deputy Director and Director, well done.
Yes. Thank you so much. Well said, caller. Well said. Hello, good morning. 62239. So we have 3 minutes before the news, so we have to go. Sterling Henderson will be in here just now with the news at 12.
Yes.
Tamika Castillo, thank you very much for guiding the ship again this morning.
Of course.
And welcome to Independency.
One of the things we didn't highlight is that when we look around, all we see is mommies.
Yes. That is another thing.
That is something
where the daddies
pay attention to, and it's also a reminder to daddies. Come on, let's be on the boat together. Let's
be
all
present
do this.
and be present in supporting your children. Yes.
So, country,
you want this
love all, yeah? Take care.
Bye, Sahai.
Bye, Sahai and mommy.
We miss you. We do.
Take care. All right, so we keep in touch. Remember, we have more work to do, so stay in touch, all right? We'll keep in touch with you. All right, take care.
All right, take care.
So, yes, bye-bye.
Thank
So,
you.
Immani, Chrisan,
Yes.
Mommy, and Mrs.
Mitch.
Michelle, supporter. Thank you all so very much for once again making this happen. You all made this happen. When we see you put this out and nobody came, there'll be no party. So they threw a party, you all came, and you all saw, you all conquered.
Thank you.
Well done. We're looking forward to the next spoken word competition.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, Natasha?
Yeah, man, this is a fantastic experience, I'm sure, for everybody who is involved and of course, Spark. And I thought it was so powerful what the director said, that he is more inspired now on board to continue to do his job, which is, I mean, that's what we want, right? The people who are leading the fight, he is more empowered now to do that as a result of these young people speaking their voices.
Yes. So. Yep.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, good job, everybody. We thank the Ministry of National Security, Counter Trafficking Unit, and of course the Directorate and staff too. Don't forget, because they all came together to make this happen.
The cameraman, yes. Don't forget the cameraman.
Yeah, thank God for Samsung.
It came through. It came through in the end.
It did.
It came through in the end because nobody else did. Nobody covered it, and that's so sad, you know.
Better than this.
But this was wonderful. So. Once again, we thank you all so much for listening, for supporting us this morning. We have major news up next with Mr. Sterling Henderson.
I love how you ended that.
Good afternoon.
Have a great, folks. Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.